Okay, I don't want no spam. I don't want no blockups. I don't want no viruses. I don't want no ransomware. Say no, 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 and say yes, yes, yes to our today's special. Not only is this a brand new concept here at HSN, when we say lifetime, we don't mean lifetime of the computer, we mean lifetime of you, which is a whole new concept for us to really kind of grasp and wrap our brains around. Many of you know that Joe Harrison is not only one of our resident computer and electronic experts with multiple computer degrees that I have lost track of. When Joe says it's something that I should get, like E.F. Hutton, I listen. And Joe, this is something unlike whatever we've done before.
You're exactly right. So unique, because normally when we buy antivirus, when we buy these programs, it might be for a year, it might be the lifetime of the device. Like I have my laptop that's right here in front of me. Here it is, 2018. I like the laptop. I installed and went ahead and purchased and put my antivirus on this system. But the problem you run into is that this computer is going to get obsolete. So then I have to go out and buy another computer, put that on there, then I have to buy more antivirus and put it on there. Not the case today, because now when I replace that computer, I just add PC Matic onto the new one. When that new computer gets old, I'll buy another computer. I add PC Matic onto that one. When you think about how many antivirus solutions you have to buy, I have a lifetime of me using my computer, and it's going to be good. But it's not just good for me. This is my stack of laptops, which could be over the next 20 years. This might be my wife's stack. So now it's going to protect two computers. And then I have a third stack. This is my kids' computers. So me, my kids, my wife, all of our computers are now going to be protected. 3 devices are protected for the lifetime of me. Shannon, it's a new concept we've never heard of. Brand new launch right here at HSN. It is the last day you have to buy antivirus, and we're going to keep your computer running safe and clean.
Okay, isn't that crazy? I mean, if you said it's the last day that you'd ever have to buy a car, or the last day you'd have to pay for power, or the last day that you ever had to pay for groceries. The cool thing about this is not only is it forever protection, these are the things that we need to be protected against. I don't care if you bank online, if you shop online, if you just surf the internet, if you book your travel, just your basic computer use. No one is exempt from the things and from the threats that this is going to protect you from. And if you just think about the world of antivirus programming alone, most of us know at $89.95 that is typically one antivirus software program for one person for 1 year. So if you just factored in the antivirus programming, it would pay for itself over and over again.
Oh, it absolutely does, but this does so much more than that. Yes, it's going to remove the malware, the viruses, the Trojans that are on your computer. It provides real-time protection. That means it is always on, it is always keeping you secure, and it's also always automatically updating. It does block up those ads and those pop-ups, which are our new avenue to get viruses into your computer. It removes that internet clutter. Do you know every single time you go to a web page, all those little icons, they get downloaded to your computer. It clutters up your system, it slows down your computer. That's going to be a thing of the past. Plus, it also cleans your Windows registry. If you've never heard of a registry, I know you've never cleaned it before, it is a must-have, and that is built into it. Because when you look at this, when we think about, oh, I got a brand new computer, what's the first thing we do? I got to get that antivirus. Well, you go out and you spend money just on getting the antivirus. And you'll spend $40, $50, very common per year. Exactly. And then you go out and you buy your ad blocker. Well, now I'm going to spend more money doing that. And then I want to have that maintenance, whether it's a registry cleaner or a disk defragger. We're spending money on that. It's 1, 2, 3 titles you no longer have to buy because it's now built all into one program in PC Matic.
For $17.99. And because I do a lot of beauty and skincare here at HSN, it really makes me think synergistically of vitamins or even skincare. You know, somebody's vitamin C cream might not play well with somebody else's vitamin C night cream. So the whole idea that this is under one roof, they work synergistically together to not only improve the performance on your computer, at the end of the day, it's going to save you a wealth of frustration and a lot of money as well. Not only a one and done solution, but protecting us from all the things that will find their way into your computer. It's not kind of like death and taxes. It's not an if, it's a when, and chances are those are things that are there now. And because this is that triple threat or that triple umbrella, remember they work synergistically and hand in hand to give you not only complete protection, but complete protection for forever, whether it's a computer that you have right now or a computer that you're going to have 4 or 5 years from now. So if you're shopping tonight, of course, we'd love to for you to stop by and say hi to us. It is free shipping for this hour. It is $17.99 to get this at home. And I think the really great thing is, Joe, I think for a lot of us out there, these are the things that we need, because guaranteed somebody watching right now has threats or has things affecting their computer that this is going to take care of.
You're right. You know, having this type of security, it's no longer a want. It is truly an absolute need. When you look about what happened last year, 2017, there's so many incredible new types of viruses that are out there. Now, what we know of, these are the ones we can actually define. There are about 400 million known viruses that are out there in existence.
Wow.
Now, every single day, there are about 390,000 new threats. So that number is growing leaps and bounds every single year. And I have so many people that come up to me and say, well, I've got an antivirus that came with my computer. It was a 30-day trial, and it's still on there. But the problem is, you have almost 400,000 new viruses every single day. If you're not keeping up with that, there are new viruses that are out there, like especially last year, that were designed to steal your credit card, designed to steal your social security number. Those viruses become active when you type in those digits. 5 years ago, these viruses didn't exist. True. And now they're becoming more and more prevalent. It's why Yahoo last year had 3 billion people had their user information compromised because of a virus. You know, Equifax had 143 million people had their information compromised because of a virus. And those are companies that are spending millions of dollars every year to protect their computers. Now, all you have to do is spend $30 and the computers are protected forever.
It's genius. And if we just take the virus protection again, once more that pays for your purchase, these are things that we must have. But the problem for a lot of us is, with most other, I would say many other antivirus programming, you get dinged on your credit cards. So a lot of times people say, oh, they just decline, and then we operate our systems without any antivirus protection. Just like me, I need new tires on my car, but I sleep in the afternoons, and I never quite make it to that tire shop, but I need new tires. So every time I drive, I know there's a threat. I'm like, oh, the car feels like it's a little wobbly. And you probably feel that same way if you're either A, not secure about the antivirus programming that you're using, or B, didn't renege or reneged and did not accept that credit card ding to pay for those yearly offers. So that alone certainly pays for your purchase. But for a lot of people like myself, I do a lot of internet research for my shows here at HSN, and I do a lot of shopping. So, truth be told, those little pop-ups are more than just annoying, because they are there, they're bogging down your computer. So they're more than just a nuisance. They're also causing clutter, they're also causing chaos, and they're affecting the performance of our system.
You're exactly right. They're slowing down, you're taking your computer's resources, they're slowing down that internet experience for you. And having that ad blocker built into your PC Matic is so crucial, because yes, it gets rid of all the annoying ads, and we click on them, we get rid of them, but a lot of those ads, they've been designed to trick you. They make it seem as if, oh, that's an official warning from Microsoft, and I'm supposed to click on that. But when you click on that ad, what happens is you just allow tons of viruses into your computer. They're trying to trick you to be able to get into your computer and get that information. We're now going to get rid of all those ad blockers. Now, the other thing we also have is the PC maintenance. And there's so many things that are built into the PC maintenance. There is a registry cleaner, which a lot of people spend a lot of money every single year getting. There's also the disk defragger. There's also it removes the internet clutter. There's also the optimizer for the Windows boot. There's so many things that this does that it's literally list after list. But here's the great thing. This gives you the protection. This gives you that maintenance. This is going to get rid of all those ads, and you don't have to do anything other than install the program. Because it is always on your system, it is always updating, and it is always active, keeping you protected. And this is that dashboard. So it shows I've got 3 computers that are good for a lifetime. So there's my family desktop. There's my laptop. There's my wife's laptop. We see those green shields? Those are my computers. So those are the ones that are protected, and not just for the device. When I get rid of my Dell laptop and then buy another one, now that's going to be protected, because the life is for me, not for the lifetime of that device. Now, when I run that scan program, it gives you a quick little report card of your computer. Now, it's not just finding the internet security and your antivirus, but it's actually seeing how well your computer is running, the health of that hard drive. It's going to see how healthy it is, how fast it is, what's the internet files that bog down programs that you have. It's going to get rid of all those ads. And you see, it gives you all these different colors. The greens are good. The blues, something we need to address. So it lets you know, hey, I found 7 things that are going to help speed up your computer. So you tap that next button, and then it goes to work. It takes about half an hour, but then you see all these green checks. Green means clean, so now all those viruses are gone. All those ads are gone. The computer's as fast as it can be. And then in the upper right-hand corner, there's also a little life preserver. That is your lifetime of health tech support.
So what makes this different from other antivirus programming that you've seen or maybe have purchased is A, you're not getting dinged on your credit card for 1 license for 1 computer for 1 year, but B, it's for your lifetime, not the lifetime of the device or how long you keep a device. And Joe, I know you said earlier, generally speaking, people keep their devices around 2, maybe 3 years at best.
Yeah, about 2 to 3 to 4 years.
Exactly. Yeah. So to just put the value in perspective, and then we're going to head to the phones. Here at HSN, obviously, you know, we sell great antivirus programming, you know, for in the neighborhood of $60, $70, $80, give or take. Right. We sell these PC maintenance kits, once more, in the general vicinity of $40, $50, $60, $70. And the ad blocker, again, is something that you usually buy separately. So if you just consider the triple threat and the value of the umbrella of protection that this is providing you, then that $17.99 becomes a blip on the radar. And once more, this will not be part of our regular electronic rotation. This is a once-a-year opportunity. Even if there are a few today's specials left after this, I can tell you that price will be exempt. You will not have access to that price or that free shipping or that $17.99 flex pay. So at least get it at home, because you know very well, much like death and taxes, these are all things that it's not if, it's when. In all likelihood, they're already there. So you spend a lot of money on your computer and you deserve to get that performance and that payoff. We're off to our phones, and Lance is calling us in Oregon. Lance, always good to hear from you. Welcome, Lance. It's Joe and Shannon.
Hey,
hi.
Hi, how you doing, Shannon and Joe? I thought I'd let you know that I purchased your PC Matic here not too long ago, and I am sure looking forward to getting a kind of software that takes care of just about everything on computers, especially making it run a little faster.
For sure. Because, Joe, normally Lance would have to load one thing for virus, one thing for ad blocker, something else to clean the computer. Kind of nice to do it all at once, right?
It's really nice to be able, Lance, to get all 3 of those. Is your computer already running slow, Lance?
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. And I can't figure it out because I use a type of software to clean out antivirus and things of that nature, but it doesn't seem to speed it up much. You have another antivirus that I buy from you that runs in the background, but even that doesn't do much as far as speeding up the machine to where it should be normal. I'm hoping that this does a lot better job.
Oh, it absolutely will. You know, the thing about having your viruses, that's really like the first thing we got to address. We got to get all those viruses out that are potentially slowing it down, and then it runs that ad blocker, and that gets rid of all those things that are trying to steal your computer's resources. And then, Lance, you run that PC maintenance. And I've only touched on 2 or 3 things that maintenance does, but there's a long list of about a dozen different things it will run, and it's going to speed up your internet, speed up your boot time, speed up your programs. It does so many things. So here's what I want you to do. Just run your antivirus right before you do this. You have to uninstall your old antivirus, but then install this one. Let it run. It's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes. And Lance, I want you to call me back. I want to know how fast, if you notice a difference, because it's 3 levels. It's not just your antivirus. It's 3 levels that's going to clean up that computer and bring that speed back to life.
Well, that would be terrific, because my computers, I bought my laptop in 2015, but even after I first got it, it seemed to run a little slow.
Sure, absolutely. Well, Lance, I think you're going to be delighted, and you know, it's always great to have you on the air here at HSN. Best of evenings and happy 2018, and thank you again for stopping by, Lance.
And I thank you, Shannon, you and Joe both.
Thank you.
You
Lance,
have a nice year.
You too.
too.
Take good care. And so to Joe's point, just uninstall Viper or whatever antivirus
whatever you
program.
have.
Because you don't want to split up the family, you know? You don't want to split up the family because, you know, they speak the same language. And that's why I keep going back to the fact, I'll make the analogy between skincare or any of your vitamins. There's no guarantee that somebody's vitamin C is going to work with somebody else's retin A. So when you have that umbrella of protection, these are all things that we need. So it's not as if these are things that will not influence or will not affect our computer. They will. And chances are you're like Lance in Oregon, they probably already have. And while you might be watching this show and saying, well, I am running somebody else's PC maintenance, I'm running somebody else's antivirus programming, I'm running someone else's ad blocker, there's no guarantee, and certainly not to be disrespectful, that they are working as synergistically or as harmoniously as this is. When I say you don't want to split up the family, because they speak the same language. And because it's part of that trifold umbrella of protection, I personally think that you will find more of a seamless, more of a synergistic, more of a fluid, bottom line, more of a fast and more fun performance out of whatever system you're using right now.
You're exactly right, and this truly does work with all the systems that are out there. Lance said he had an older computer. I've got an HP that I'm using right here. I've got a Dell, there's an MSI, there's a Lenovo. As long as it's a Windows-based computer, this is going to automatically function for you, automatically protect, automatically update to make sure your computer is running as fast as possible.
Yeah.
When you bring up this dashboard, you see all those little green shields. That means you are protected and is running as best as possible. Now, when you tap that scan, it's going to give you a report card
Right.
and let you know how your computer's, what's the health of your system.
Yeah.
It actually even ranks it to show you how fast your computer is. And it starts to remember how fast the last scan was. So that way, if it notices your computer slowing down, it's going to be able to address those different situations. Now you see there's a lot of green and blue boxes.
Yeah.
The green means the internet test was great.
Okay.
But then the blue says, you got a lot of junk files. Those junk files are every single time you visit a web page that you're downloading all those pictures, and those pictures stay on your computer, and they log it up, and it just becomes so much clutter. Well, it's going to be able to get rid of that. And then you see on the bottom, it says, I've got 7 things to address. So then you hit the next button,
Yeah.
and then it starts to run that scan. And it's running multiple scans, multiple fixes, multiple ad blockers, multiple virus connections. You see all those green arrows, that means you are good. Green is clean, and it's bringing that computer back to life. And that's all you have to do. Use your computer on a regular basis, and it will check every email, every web page, every document, every time somebody sends you a photo. It's all going to be scanned before it has the opportunity to affect your computer. And this is not something that, oh, it'd be nice to have. This is something we absolutely need. Because with 400,000 new viruses coming out every single day, Shannon, there's no such thing as good virus. And we all go out and we buy antivirus protection. But this costs $40, $50 a year. Right. And then you want those ad blockers because viruses are now entering through those ads. They're tricking you, trying to get you to click on the ads, and now that bogs down your system, enters the viruses, and also slows down your internet too. And then we want that PC maintenance. A lot of us buy a registry cleaner or a disk defragger. We'll spend a lot of money on that. That's 1, 2, 3 programs that we've never had together until today, that we've never offered to brand new, only today that we have it for HSN.
This is really revolutionary. It's breakthrough. When I even talked to my electronic planners earlier today, we are all so uber excited about this. Listen, I know Valentine's Day is around the corner, and girls, we might not get as excited as a spa day, but trust me when I tell you this means more than that spa day because it pays off in dividends, not having to worry about when you're banking online, not having to worry about whether somebody's snitching your information if you happen to click on what looks like a legitimate ad or website. And the other thing is, these work beautifully. They dovetail together all at once. So they're synergistic. They're all happening at once. They're from the same family. They speak to each other. It's US-based, which is something else that we feel really great about. But think about it this way. If you went to a restaurant, and I'll just take Thanksgiving, and you order a Thanksgiving dinner, if you're not doing this, it would almost be as if the server brought you the cranberry sauce one time, and then brought you the turkey breast in another go-round, and then brought you the stuffing in another go round, and the gravy in another go round. I want my whole meal at once. I want to eat now, and I want it all at once, and that's what this does. It gives you that global and that all-encompassing support in a way that prior to our today's special just was not available. Remember, the only other way to do what we're doing tonight for a little over $17 on your credit card was to buy the individual programs, software applications here or elsewhere. And once more, just like skincare, no guarantee that somebody's vitamin C is going to work with somebody else's vitamin C, somebody else's retinol, because these are part of the same family. Don't split them up. You don't have to. They work beautifully. They work seamlessly. And Joe, like you said, all you do is, if you are currently running antivirus programming, Viper or otherwise, just uninstall, install this, and then no worries. You don't have to think about it ever again for the rest of your life, which is crazy to wrap your brain around.
And it's so nice to be able to have that security. And the thing is, we're not talking about the life of the device. We're talking about the life of you. And that's something that's kind of tough to wrap our brains around, because normally you think, oh, it's a lifetime of the device. The device lasts 2 or 3 years. I'm used to that. And then you have to buy it again. Well, I'm going to show you why this is so unique, why we've never been able to do this until today, and why this is probably my last airing of 2018, because we're not going to be able to have it. This is my computer right here. I may have loaded an antivirus program on here that might be good for a year, that might be good for a lifetime of the device, but when I get rid of this computer, I have to buy all that money all over again and buy another antivirus. So now I bring the new computer in, I've got to spin the antivirus, plug it in, do everything else. I'm spending that money again. With PC Matic, now all I do is plug in my PC Matic, I deactivate the old computer, and I activate the new. Now this one might last me 2 or 3 years, and then I get another one. And all I have to do is deactivate my old computer and then reinstall PC Matic on the new. And then when this one goes out, I get another computer. And then the PC Matic is following with me from my first computer to the second, to the third, to the fourth. It doesn't matter how many computers that I need. This is for the lifetime of me. I don't have to buy that antivirus, but it even gets better, because it's not just my stack of computers that I'm going to need. I get 3 devices that I can use at the same time. So this is now my wife's stack. So how many computers my wife needs, now those are going to be protected. And now maybe it's my kids' stack. So how many computers my kids need. This one purchase today is good for 3 devices. How many devices you need of the life of you. So if I go through a computer every couple of years, if I go through a computer every year, if I go through a computer every 5 years, it doesn't matter. I'm not paying any more annual fees. I don't have to repurchase it again. I just uninstall PC Matic on the old computer and I pop it into the new. And it's just a USB. Hold on to this, because this is something that 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're going to love to have, because now, Shannon, not only do I have antivirus that I'm not paying for anymore, not only do I have the ad blocker, I've got the PC maintenance, all 3 titles to make sure my computer is running as best as it possibly can.
And you know, think of it maybe even outside of terms of the life cycle of a computer. So that first computer, maybe Joe bought it when his kids were born. That second computer, maybe got that when the kids started grade school. That third computer, maybe Joe got that when they were starting junior high. And then now all of a sudden they're in senior high, and now all of a sudden they're graduating, going to college. So if you think of it globally in terms of not just the life cycle of your computer, but the life cycle of you. So that grandbaby who was just born last month, you're using that now, and you're using that when he or she graduates from high school. And I know that is kind of weird to wrap your brain around, but that's precisely what we're talking about here. And remember, it is a brand new concept here for us at HSN. While Joe and Aaron and all of our great electronic guests have many items that we rotate throughout our inventory and selection, this will not be one of them. This was a special opportunistic buy where after today, this is the only day of issue. I think that's important that you heard Joe say. It's the only day in 2018 that we will see this as a best buy of the day. And you know, Joe, if there's something that I may be a deterrent to people, in some ways it almost sounds too good.
Right. Where
people are watching, they're like, wait a minute. I don't ever have to buy virus. I don't ever have to buy PC Matic. Right. I don't ever have to buy a block. I mean, it is kind of weird to think about it in that respect.
And it shows you the power of HSN, because this is exclusive to HSN. You can't get this configure anywhere else in the world other than here at HSN, because a lot of us expect lifetime means lifetime of the device.
Right.
No, this is lifetime of you for up to 3 devices at the same time. Plus, it's going to remove all the malware, remove all the Trojans, remove all those viruses that are slowing down your computer computer and causing all that harm. And it's also a real-time proactive protection, which means that when you visit a website, it checks that website to make sure it's clean before it allows you to surf on there. It also is that automatic PC maintenance. So it's going to automatically disk defrag. It's going to automatically clean out the registry. It's going to do all these things we didn't even know was possible, but it's possible because it's going to speed up your computer. It gets rid of not only the annoying ads, but it also gets rid of those ads that are malicious, designed to introduce viruses to your computer. And it will remove the internet clutter. The more you surf online, the more cookies that you end up downloading in the background, the more of all these different things that get added to the registry. That over time slows it down. Like these computers, these are machines. These will last so long, but if you don't take care of them, if you don't maintain the cleanliness of it, it's going to wear down just like your car would if you never change the oil.
You read my
but
mind.
this is automatically working for my 3 different devices. You see that dashboard gives you those 3 shields, and it lets you know everything is healthy and good to go.
Well, see, and I think that's a big thing that Joe mentions too. It was funny, I was just going to make the oil change analogy too, because not only do I need new tires, I also need an oil change. My car needs a lot of work, but you know what? I've got over 120,000 miles on that car, because guess what? I replaced the tires, I replaced the oil. Most of us don't think about that with regard to our computer. And part of the reason we don't think about it, it's a hassle, right? It's just like, oh, it's one more thing I have to think about. Chances are, if you're not running antivirus protection right now, that's probably why. You get hit with that little pop-up, they want more of your money. It's like, well, I'll think about it tomorrow. Once you have done this, it's one less thing that you have to think about. It is seamless. And I know I keep going back to this little analogy, but it is part of the same family. So it is seamless to you. I mean, it really is. It's kind of like power. Power gets to my house. I don't know how, but I'm glad it's there. So, and you will find, you know, much like Lance in Oregon said, if you find that this doesn't improve your performance, then send it back. There's a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, but just relative to how much we would charge for a PC maintenance kit, for an antivirus protection, for a block-up software program, you know very well for any one of those applications, you would probably and easily be looking at the price of admission at $89.95. But the key differential here is, remember, all of those things that I just described at $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, depending on which configuration you're going for, all of those aspects are for the lifetime of the device that you're putting it on, not the lifetime of you. So you know how quickly your grandkids and your kids grow up. I just posted a picture of my nephew Hunter, winning a basketball tournament, and it's so weird when I go back home. Now he's almost my height, which freaks me out. And you know how it happens in the blink of an eye? And that's just it. You have to think for the lifetime of you, of the grandkids, of your kids, not the lifetime of the device. So it's not how much money you're spending today, it's how much money you are going to save over the course of your personal lifetime of using this. And remember, I know I've said it before, but it's really true, you cannot put a price on, first of all, the peace of mind that it grants you, knowing that you've got that tri-fold, that triple fold of protection, but more importantly, the frustration and aggravation of having a system that is crashing or bogging down, or you just have this annoying feeling. It's like all those popped up, you know that there's a bunch of stuff on there, but you just don't know how to get it off.
Right, you don't know why is the computer slowing down? Why, when I get online, the internet seems slow? Why do these pop-up ads keep popping up on your computer? The pop-ups aren't a virus program. They're just part of the malware system that's out there. And what happens is, if you're not running it, the ad blocker programs, then they're still going to continue to come through your system. This has those 3 programs that are so essential. So yes, your antivirus is that program that you absolutely need. It's your first line of defense, but this is going to get the computer clean. And then we run the ad blocker to get rid of all those annoying ads that are now introducing new viruses. It's a new way to get a virus on your system through the ad blocker. So once we have your computer clean, now we're going to run the maintenance. Now we're going to change the tires, do the oil change, do the registry cleaner, do the disk defrag. We're going to optimize the startup, because even when you turn your computer on, there are a lot of programs that are running in the background that don't necessarily need to be there. So it's going to speed that up. And then I love that it gives you a report card to let you know the exact history of the computer. And then you click the next button, it gives you all those green checks. Now, Shannon, you know your computer's clean, fast, and as good as it possibly can be.
And I remind you, all seamless to you. It'd be like going to bed one night and waking up the next morning, your house is clean. Wouldn't that be a dream? Maybe that's what heaven is like, right? I know, it's like somebody did the grocery shopping, they did the laundry for me, you just wake up and everything's better. So that's what this is really all about. This is the final presentation. It is also your only chance for the year. Free shipping, $17.99 in your credit card. It's not if you need it, it's when you're gonna need it. And chances are you need it now. Because guaranteed, there's probably stuff on your computer that you don't realize, even if you are running multiple programs to support the kind of avenues that we're talking about. Remember, these work synergistically and harmoniously like love and marriage. Apple pie a la mode.
I love that.
You know, a little sundae, you know, pecans thrown on top. So Joe is actually going to stick around. We have something that is blowing my mind.
A 2-in-1.
Lowest price in history, too.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Okay, so that's going to be coming up in just a moment.